What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today you will see a live Mama Nurture Monday video on Eagle Pose for prenatal yoga. So let's get started. What's up, everybody? It's Mama Nurture Monday, and I'm so happy to be back in my home studio. I've been traveling, so I'm super excited to be here. Today we are looking at prenatal yoga options for garudasana, which is eagle pose. But I also want to say that all these options are great for just any yoga class. So whether you have people coming in who need to do it seated or reclined, be sure to offer options like this for them. So I think you'll really enjoy this today. Hang in here with me because we have quite a few things. So standing, let's see, let's start, move the chair. Let's just say that you have a class where you're doing some standing posture. So rock a little left and right in the feet, back and forth, shoulders up, back and down, slight bend in the knees, and just really find some centering and grounding here in mountain posture. So as we go through these different variations, just know that you can give your prenatal students so many benefits to this. It can help ease back pain. With the hugging in of the abdominals, it can really help relieve pelvic girdle pain and ease sciatica. And a few other things we'll talk about along the way. So first thing I like to do is just kind of let the arms be soft, find strength in the legs, stand up tall, and then shift the weight into one foot, bend the knee a little, keep the hips square. So you can kind of watch, you want the hips as square as possible. Bring that other toe forward, cross it over, and then bring it back so that the toes are curled and the ball of the foot is on the floor. And then you can bring that toe forward a little, bend into that knee. So I still have shoulders stacked over hips here, which is really good for prenatal because with baby growing, that might be more comfortable for mom. So then arms come up, fingertips reaching toward me. One hand goes a little higher. I do the opposite one of the leg crossed over. So my right leg is crossed over, so I'm going to take the left arm over. Make an X, have the arms at shoulder height, bend the elbows, and then maybe just backs of hands together, maybe just here, or you could hook the hands. And then press into the forearms so that you get a nice stretch all across the upper back. Alternative to the arms here would just be hugging. And then you can take hands to the shoulder blades and really create some opening there in the back body. And then, of course, to deepen this, depending on what trimester and what your students are released to do in terms of prenatal yoga practice, you could sit a little deeper. You could maybe wrap that foot, but I don't usually cue wrapping the foot in prenatal yoga. And, so that's just really depends on where they are. I would recommend using a wall if you're going to do that. So those are your standing options, and then have them firmly press into the heel of that standing leg, coming up, unwrap the arms, find stability, and release that leg. And then, of course, you want to do the other side. I won't take you through that here. Another great option is to do this in a chair. So if you're teaching prenatal yoga classes, a lot of times you will have access to a chair. So starting seated, and then what I like to do, and I actually do this with my seniors as well at the assisted living facility where I teach, and so many of these things are great for that, so keep that in mind. So I have them come toward the edge of their seat and then rock a little left and right. So with prenatal, this allows a little more room for belly. And then what you can do here is several different options. So feet can walk together. You can just simply cross the legs. You can hold on to the sides of the chair. You could just stay here. If prenatal mom is further along, you might want to just go ahead and give a wider option here. It's a different type of posture, but this gives you something to modify for if you have several different stages of yoga, not yoga, you have several different stages of prenatal trimesters happening in your class. So either one. And then the arm options are the same, just here, here, or here. Sometimes just doing this, they can press the elbow and arm together and create some sensation in the back. So that's what we're trying to do here, is create that sensation. And then just release. If you wanted more, you had students who wanted more, they could wrap that bottom foot. That's kind of just going to depend on their level. And then with every exhale, you really want to hug, cue them to hug baby toward them. So transverse abdominals pulling in to support baby, and that also can help relieve pelvic girdle pain. This is really good for strengthening the legs as well and relieving tension in the upper back and shoulders. So a couple more options for you. If you have chairs, you can always have them stand behind the chair for balance. So that's an option. And then just moving the chair here up the way. Another great way that you can do this if you have walls available. First, just have them kind of lean against the wall and then step about at least their footprint away from the wall. Find mountain posture. And then have them lean a little forward with the shoulders. So breathing in, exhale, lean forward a little with the shoulders, bend into the knees until the bottom touches the wall. And then from there, you know, you could be here or here depending on what the comfort level is. And then shift the weight into one foot. Actually, no, let's come back up and I'll show you a better way to get into this. So here, go ahead and cross that foot over. Doing it this way, I feel, helps keep the pelvic girdle stable, whereas moving into it when they're already having to hold themselves up might not be as stable. So here, foot on the floor. I don't know if you can see that. Back a little. Here. And then bend and make room. Okay, so you can be here. You can do whichever arms you want. You could even have them for heart opening. Do goalpost or goddess arms here. Either way, and you could actually, this would be great, have them flow into eagle arms on the exhale and out on the inhale. You could even do that with the legs. So opening on the inhale, closing on the exhale. And especially for prenatal yoga, you can do that flowing movement and it feels really supported for them. One other option, well actually two. So you could grab the ball if you have these. I think it would be great to teach a prenatal class where everybody could have one. And then from here, this feels really good on the sacrum and the back too. Really helps the tailbone sink and the lift in the chest and the head and the heart happen. So you could just do arms here. So we've already kind of gone through those. Or you can do the hugging arms. Or you could have them rock just a little bit forward, move the feet towards center. Same thing, fingertips to the ball. Cross that foot over. So they don't have to do the whole posture. So it is a balance challenge. But they could just do it here and then do the arms. So that would give another option. Or you could do the alternative leg. And then you have to balance. So that's a great practice for them to hug baby toward them, creating that work in the transverse abdominals. And those are the abdominal muscles that help push baby out. It is certainly a Monday. Okay, let's look at one more option. Now this gets a little long, but I want you to have all the variations. So you know I love a good ramp. So build a ramp with a block and a bolster, and then have them sit. Now some people aren't going to feel comfortable leaning back like this. So again, these are just options for whatever stage your students are at. So just leaning back, having that heart opening, bending into the knees, and then feet moving toward each other, crossing the leg. I'll do this one so you can see. Crossing the leg, you could even hook it. So if you have students who normally do eagle pose in their regular yoga practice, but maybe they're reaching a point in pregnancy where they aren't feeling the balance and just kind of want a more restorative, you could do this, squeeze thighs together, and then all those different arm variations can happen here. So it's really important and empowering for you to have these different options. Arms could even be here, because it gives you time to set up each person in the way that is best for them on that given day. So that really is my favorite thing to do, is just spend time making sure everybody has an option that they are feeling, and they're getting to choose. They're being more empowered in their own practice. And at the end of the day, the reason I do this, the reason I teach yoga, is not to affect anybody or convince anybody to do a certain thing a certain way. It's more about just providing a space where people can come and learn their own way with me sort of as a guide and teaching them different options. So finding things that you can teach your students that they can take off the mat. So many of these options your students could do at home, prenatal or not. You could do this with a pillow and some beach towels rolled up. So I hope you enjoyed this today. I know this one ran kind of long. Thanks for hanging in here with me, and I hope you have a super day. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm so glad you came around to see prenatal options for eagle pose. And remember, these options are great for any yoga class. So if you liked this video, please drop me a comment below and I'll be sure to respond. Subscribe to the channel, click the bell, do all the things, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.